Welcome to our coach informational webinar. I'm so honored to be here with you guys. If you're here live, Amy, thank you for being here. If you're watching the recording, I really hope that this webinar, presentation, whatever you want to call it, is helpful for you to really understand what it means to be a health and fitness coach with the company of Beachbody. I will be the first to tell you that I thought that this was something else. I thought that it was, I was one of the people who had all these misconceptions about what Beachbody Coaching was, that it was a pyramid scheme, and I had just like this horrible, for whatever reason, taste in my mouth from multi-level marketing companies. We all know why, because people do it way wrong. And so the fact that Beachbody fit into that category, I did not give it the time of day for 8 years. And I tried Shakeology and loved it. I did the workout programs and loved them. And I was a health coach on my own, but it took the perfect storm really for me to give it a chance and actually try to understand more about what it was about. So I understand that many of you who are watching this are where I was. You're like, okay, I'll listen, but I'm pretty sure I don't want to be a part of this multi-level marketing thing. Give me a chance. I promise you that this is so much different than what you think it is. I will also say that network marketing has produced more self-made millionaires and billionaires in the entire world than any other industry. So there's something there, and I'm going to explain that. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick with you, and I've got a little presentation. Let me make this. Uh-oh. Sorry guys, 1 second. Okay, I'll just put this over here to the side. Okay, so I've got this little presentation. I usually do this in a different mode and it works better. We'll see how this works. Okay, maybe that's better. So I love this quote. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that do. And I lead with that because genuinely, I've been doing this for 3 years now, and the results that I've seen happen not only in my own life, but in my clients and in the coaches that I mentor, it really does change their life. It really has changed my life. And those are big words for me because I've been through a lot in my lifetime of 31 years. And for something like this to have that big of an impact on me and the person I've become over the last 3 years is a big deal. And I truly believe that what we're doing is life-changing and world-changing. Because if you think about it, you know, this idea of changing the world, it's so grandiose. But it breaks down to changing an individual that impacts their marriage, that impacts their kids, that impacts future generations. And then we create this ripple effect throughout the world. And that is what's happening. Even with our little team from a baby town in the mountains of California, we have impacted hundreds and hundreds of families. And that is so rad, like so cool. For me to get messages from some of my clients that are, you know, telling me that they are a better mom and a better wife because of being a part of our challenge groups. And my front porch was shaking. I'm outside, by the way, if you can't tell. That is like, it gives me chills to even think about. And that's what we do. So that would be what you are getting into. So tonight I'm going to briefly cover why we're here, why I'm here, why you're here, how we're different, how the company is different, because that's very important, what we do as coaches, how we help people and earn money. And then at the end, I'm going to just challenge you a little bit to dream big and what to do next. So first and foremost, though, I really want to cover the most common fears and misconceptions. So if you're on here and you have a fear of coaching or an objection, like I just don't sell things or whatever, I'd love for you to put it in the chat box. Hopefully it pops up for me here. Sometimes when I go full screen, it doesn't. Let me see if I can pull the chat up here. See, it's frustrating. It doesn't let me do that. So Amy, if you are on here, if anyone else has jumped on, if you have a question about this, like if you specifically have any fears or, misconceptions, objections about coaching, I'd love to hear from you and answer them. And I'll just keep that kind of right there for right now. But I'm going to share some of the most common ones, not only that I've said, but that I hear. So the first one, I'm just not a salesperson and I really don't want to annoy my friends and family. Everyone and their mother says this. And I appreciate it because I said it and I don't want salespeople. And I will explain why. A lot of people who come from sales actually struggle as a coach because there is a transaction. Obviously, when people purchase Shakeology or Beachbody On Demand, there's a transaction that occurs. But what we do as coaches is a service. It is not like that moment of the sell is not what we do. That's such a fraction of it. The work and the business building comes into the service that we offer people, which is why it's so hard for people to understand what this is. There are so many amazing companies and products out there that fall into network marketing. There's different, makeups out there that we all have heard. There's different, like I love Norwex. It's a non-toxic cleaning company and I buy their stuff. I have a distributor account with doTERRA because I love the oils. What are some of the other, there's a ton of obviously like shakes and stuff out there, but we are different in the service that we offer. With those products, you sell and you're done, right? Obviously you try to get people to buy it again, but you sell it and you're done. With this, this is why you're called a coach and not a distributor or a rep or just like a rep, because you have a service. Every single month we have challenge groups that we run. You coach people how to use these programs and products. And that may be intimidating to you. I teach you exactly how to do that. And we do that as a team, but still this is not a job in sales. Okay. Another one is I am not at my goal weight. I don't have a six pack. And so how could I be a coach? I don't have any background in health or fitness. And people say that to me a lot because of my background. I do have a background in this and I'm a registered nurse and holistic health coach and I love it. And I'm a nerd about this stuff, but I will tell you that my coach, Elizabeth Hartkey, who is in the top 0.01% of the entire company, incredibly successful. Her and her husband have built an incredibly lucrative business that brings them between 10, 15,000, sometimes more a week. She has no background in health and fitness. She actually worked in the alcohol industry for Bacardi in marketing and she hated her job, wanted to get out of it. And that's what motivated her to learn about this business. So it doesn't matter. Andrew is 50 pounds heavier. There's top coaches in our company who are not super fit. Like that is not what this is about. If you have the heart to serve and help people and you're a hard worker and you're willing to put in the time and effort to build a business, you're going to do great. So that should not be one either. I asked my team what some of the top things that they get. One of them was it's too expensive. I wanted to look at these so I don't forget. It's too expensive, which is probably one of the most common ones that we get, especially with Shakeology. And I'm going to kind of break that down in a little bit of how insanely cheap what we offer is, because again, I'll get to it, but you're getting a holistic solution. You're not just getting a diet. You're not just getting a shake. You're not just getting a personal trainer. You're getting all three elements. And Shakeology alone, I just completed a 34-page research project on Shakeology alone because it is so powerful. And I'll get there, I promise. But when it comes to something being expensive, this being expensive, it absolutely is not. You're getting a year gym membership along with in your challenge pack, your first month supply of Shakeology, which is incredibly nutrient dense. It's 5 wellness formulas, supplement formulas in one, which breaks down to only $20 a month for each of those 5 wellness formulas for a month's supply, incredibly high quality. You're getting a nutrition program created by a certified nutritionist, dietitian, scientist, and you're getting the free coaching along with it every step of the way. It's insane value. It's all in people's perspective and how they understand this. What were some of the other ones? I just brought this up. And then the other one is just like, I kind of already touched on this, but people don't want to get into the MLM stuff and have a monthly subscription. So you don't have to have a monthly subscription. You can cancel it at any time. There's a 30-day money back guarantee. So say you try this and you're like, I'm just not impressed. Jessica is full of it. You get a full refund, even if you tried everything and you consumed the whole thing. So those are just a couple of the most common ones that we hear, and I want to make sure that I address those first because it is not my job or desire to convince anyone about this. I am just informing you. This has changed my family's life, and I see it changing hundreds of thousands of people's lives across the country and the world, and I'm looking for the people who get it and who are willing to try and who want this kind of freedom in their own life. And so that kind of takes me to this, why I am here. Let me see if I can make this big again. So if you don't know me, my background, I'm a registered nurse. I got my bachelor's from Point Loma Nazarene University and graduated in 2009. I then went on I had a lot of health issues through nursing school that no doctors could figure out. I had horrible digestive issues and hormone imbalances. They told me at 19 that I had the estrogen levels of a 55-year-old woman, and they couldn't tell me why. They thought I had a brain tumor. I did brain scans, and I was living away from my family. It was very scary to go through all this. I had countless blood tests, scans, all these kinds of things, and they couldn't tell me what was wrong with me. They're just like, well, you need to be on birth control. And I was like, I don't have a deficiency in birth control. Like, that makes no sense. And I've always just been very inquisitive. And so that's what sparked my interest to really start researching holistic medicine, nutrition, more natural modalities, because I knew that something was off and I didn't know why. Stress was a huge thing. And I wanted to learn. And so I started investigating. I went through the Institute for Integrative Nutrition and became a certified holistic health coach. I studied so much. I moved to Europe. I lived in Spain for 4.5 years. Became fluent in Spanish and studied over there. And all of that to say, I was able to understand how the body works at a foundational level, how everything is so intimately connected. And I was able, with the help of other integrative practitioners, I was able to heal myself and all the issues that I was having. And so now, ever since then, I've kind of been hell-bent on a mission to help other people who are struggling with similar health issues, because I was so desperate and the information just wasn't out there. And so I tried running my own health coaching business, and it was so hard. And for anyone who's ever been in my shoes and tried running your own business of coaching of any kind or personal training of any kind, it is a struggle to not only make ends meet, but it's hard. It's a very hard thing to do to be successful. And so I ended up moving back home. Long story short, like, there's so many pieces in there. And I became a registered nurse and a public health nurse supervisor at a correctional facility nearby, and worked there for 4.5 years. And in there is when I had my first son and found out I had a degenerative disc in my low back. And I said, no, I don't degenerate. Like, I was only 29 at the time. Something has got to change. I am healing my back. I can barely hold my baby right now. I'm not okay with this. And that's when Beachbody came into my life. And I saw a total random stranger's post, who is now my coach and very good friend. And she shared her before and after pictures. And I was like, I want her mom bod. Like, I want those abs. She had just had a baby, and I'm like, okay, this is what I'm doing. And I started this, you guys, with no desire to coach. I was working 40 to 60 hours in a prison, and I had a new baby, and I had no time. So I told myself. And 3 years later, here I am. I work full-time from home with 2 baby boys. I have a 3 and a 1-year-old now. And I was able to retire from my nursing job in corrections last June, coming up on a year, which is crazy. We now make on average between $5,500 and $6,500 a month, and it's steadily increasing. I work my own hours. I personally do work pretty full-time hours. I mean, I wouldn't say 40 hours a week, but probably between 20 and 30, but that's my choice because I love it so much. And now my mission is really to help encourage and empower as many other people as I can to kind of join me on this mission and continue this ripple effect. So that is why I am here, and that's why I've invited you here, and why I'm doing these so frequently, because I want to find the right people. So I want to ask you why you are here, or if you're watching the recording, why are you still watching it? Why are you interested in coaching? There's something in you that sparks your interest, even if you have a lot of doubt. And so I want you, if you have a paper and pen, I would love for you to write down, like, why are you interested? Or think about, why are you interested? What do you see that attracts you to this? And then these 2 questions, to be honest with you, changed everything for me. My coach at the time asked me, where do you want to be a year from today? If you could have your dream life, anything could happen, what would your dream life look like a year from now? And the same question, but 5 years from now, if you could have anything and you knew you'd be successful, you knew you would have it, what would it look like? And that was the first time that I was like, wow, I don't know. And this question is really hard for me to answer, which was so weird for me. Like, why is setting a goal hard? Why is dreaming big difficult for me? And it was because I was comfortable. Like, we had a brand new healthy baby. I actually enjoyed my job in prison, which I know is weird. At the time, I liked it. Our house, we have a beautiful house, and, we both had great jobs. But I quickly recognized that if I could have anything, of course I wouldn't be working in prison. And so that's the first time that I was like, okay, well, what would I be doing? And I had just had a baby. So, well, I would love to be home with him, but I still need to be making I still want to be making what I'm making at least. And I have a huge passion to help people in their health from a holistic perspective. So, that's kind of what I'd be doing a year from now. And then 5 years from now, and I told her, I was like, man, Liz, this is like really stretching, but this is like, I know this is impossible, but I think like 5 years from now, if I could be doing this coaching gig from home and maybe making $100,000, that'd be awesome. And she was like, girl, you have no idea. And that was the first time that my eyes were kind of open to the potential in this. And again, why it's so different than a sales job. So I told you she makes like between 10 and 15,000 a week, and she averages maybe 5 new clients a month. So if this was based on sales, that would not be possible. So I really love that. So I want you to think about these, write them down, talk to your husband or your spouse about it, your significant other about it, and really ask yourself, what kind of life do you want? I get this question a lot. What are the traits of a great coach? Like, who is this for? And I just wrote out some of the characteristics that I've recognized successful coaches have, because there are some. But I will tell you right now that not everybody has all of these in the beginning. A lot of people develop them throughout after making that decision, and they recognize, man, I don't really have that mentality of being a problem solver. I actually magnify problems instead of looking for the solution. And I want to be different. And so we work on that. But these are some of the things, like, on it. It's funny, I wrote busy people, but it's true, because busy people get stuff done. It's just true. Like, people who have a lot of time on their hands, everyone's different. Everybody's different. But a lot of people who find themselves being really bored a lot, they don't do well in this because they recognize that it takes work and learning, and they're not usually the kind of people that want to do that kind of work. So obviously the most important piece is that you have a heart to serve others, because this is a people business where you're helping others, that you're teachable, that you are a self-starter where you don't need to be tapped on the shoulder every 5 seconds and being told, hey, did you do this? Hey, did you do this? Hey, did you do this? It is a learning curve in the beginning, like any job. And so there's a lot to learn, but I give you very simple instructions from the very beginning. This is what you need to do to grow your business. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. So it's not like mysterious as far as what is expected of you for you to be successful. And then really connecting with that reason why you're doing this is huge, because it will get hard at every level. At my level, there's unique challenges in the very first year. In my opinion, it's the hardest because you're learning everything and you're learning how to talk to people, which sounds so weird, but like you literally, people forget words when someone's like, oh, hey, I'm interested in this. What is it? And they're like, I don't know what to say. And so that happens a lot in the first year. It's just a learning process. Okay, so it's important for you to understand this, even if you don't care. Because this was a huge reason why I decided to join Beachbody versus other companies out there. Because there are other companies that have elements of what Beachbody offers. There is not a company on the planet, let alone an option, that has each of these areas. So the first part is the most important to me. It's what attracted me to this company. It's their comprehensive health approach. You cannot go anywhere and find a nutrition program that's customizable for you, that has dietitians and nutritionists that have created it and is sustainable. So you have that aspect, plus fitness programs that can fit into any lifestyle, no matter how busy you are, no matter how much you travel, no matter what injuries you have, no matter how old or young you are, no matter if you're pregnant or you just had a baby. There is something for everyone with our fitness programs. Plus the supplementation aspect. The truth is that our soil nowadays and the food that we grow, even if it's organic, it is not as nutrient dense as it used to be. On top of that, we are, as a society, significantly more stressed. We have significantly more toxins in our environment that our bodies are continuously filtering. We need additional supplementation and vitamins and minerals in order to live our best life and feel vibrantly healthy. It's just the reality of the life and the world that we live in. And with Shakeology, that's probably the aspect that I've researched more than anything, because there's so much in it and I wanted to understand it. There is so much in it that everyone needs, as far as really powerful digestive support, adaptogenic herbs that help with stress, resiliency, energy, and hormonal balance, digestive enzymes, probiotics, prebiotics, and antioxidant formula to help with inflammation, super green formula to help with detoxification, and a clean protein blend. So many people mistake Shakeology for protein powder. It is only 20% of what it is, but it does have that component in it. And so you get that all together. Not to mention the performance line. So many athletes, or guys, I will say mostly, girls too, go to the gym and drink crap pre-workout and recovery supplements. Horrible for you. Like killing your pancreas, killing your gut health, killing your hormones, taking the guy's testosterone. And we have an incredible, clean, pure line that actually is the official line of Ironman because it's so powerful. So we have all of that at our fingertips. In addition to that, you also get our challenge groups and coaching, which is free. It is free and included all the unlimited support with these incredible programs and products. And it's not just, even though the company's name is Beachbody, it's not just about the physiological component. It's about the mental shift. It's about learning to believe in yourself again. On May 1st, our team's starting a Confident Woman Challenge. It's going to be amazing. And it's focused, I know, I'm so excited. It's focused on boosting our nutrition, fitness, and our confidence, because so many women, I would say the high majority of women struggle with confidence. When you struggle with confidence, everything in your life suffers. Your relationships, like your potential, it all suffers. I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. So I love this component. And then the free coaching and support in the business. You get business training, not only from me, but Beachbody provides business training, nutrition certifications for our nutritional courses. You get holistic health training from me. I have workshops and seminars on hormone balancing and gut health and all these different options if that's something that you're interested in. We have annual summit events. It's going to be in July in Indianapolis, which is a huge convention. It's like 20 to 30,000 people. It's incredible. So much fun. Nice, Amy. So we have like these incredible training opportunities to not only have fun and like be a part of a community, but for you to learn. Rachel Hollis is going to be at Summit in July in Indianapolis, and it's going to be incredible. And then we have annual luxury vacations. I've been on 2 so far, qualified for 3, and brought my family, and they are so much fun, all paid for because of just growing my business. It's really not that hard to get that paid for. And then we have quarterly events across the country and in the UK and Canada, with just fun like announcements where you can find a location near you and get together with people and do a workout. And it's just really fun. Like you get the benefits of entrepreneurship plus all these corporate benefits. And then evidence of success. This part is because I'm a nerd, is really important to me. Beachbody is a $1.3 billion company. And I don't say that to brag. I say that because to me, if they didn't help people, if they didn't get actual results, they would not be that successful. They've been around for 20 years, which the average lifespan of a network marketing company, I think, is like 5, no more than 10. They've been around for 20. Shakeology just celebrated its 10-year anniversary. It's been around for 10 years and is continuing to be the number 1 shake on the market. It blows everything else out of the water. There is nothing else like it. I don't care what people say. And the science behind it. There are third-party clinical trials to pretty much every product that they put out there, which I love. And Amy, I know Chris loves that too. So I have that in my research project that I did on Shakeology. It's also done on Energize and like our Ultimate Reset 21-day cleanse. It's a third-party double-blind placebo clinical trial that's been done on this stuff to prove its efficacy, which is amazing to me. And then our business model, I didn't honestly understand this fully until the beginning of this year when I went to a conference and understood the difference between front end and back end income. And Beachbody's business model is very heavy in back end income, meaning that in the beginning, you may not get as many big bonuses for getting new customers. You get paid for it. You may not get as many big bonuses, but the way that they set it up is for long-term success so that you have more back-end income, residual income, so that in the long run, I know that I'm going to be working less and making more. That's the goal. That should be everybody's goal. It should not be the goal to continue to have to grind and work super hard in order for your business to grow. You should be set up everyone, no matter what business you're in, you should be set up in a way where you're working less and you're making more. And that is what this offers, which I absolutely love. Okay, so what do coaches do? Simplified. Honestly, we get paid to work out. We get paid to work out and talk to people and make friends and have some sort of strategy in there. I'm not inside because my kids are crazy right now and they're eating dinner. But we have like a business activity tracker, which is everybody gets, which will tell you exactly what to do every day and check off. We lead by example. We do not have hypocrites on our team. So it means that you have to show up and do your workouts. You have to follow a nutrition program and drink your Shakeology and be proof of what you're putting out there. Granted, life happens. I skip workouts. Absolutely. I just had a beer with my husband the other day. Like, that is totally fine. That actually works into our nutrition program. So I'm not saying you have to like eat iceberg lettuce and do 500 burpees every day. That is not what we are about. We are about a sustainable lifestyle. So lead by example. The second part, you literally just make friends. Like, you make friends everywhere you go, in person and on social media. You connect with people, you invite them to our challenge groups. Our team starts them on the first of every single month. We have a 30-day challenge. And then you follow up with them, because life's busy and people forget. And so you just reach back out. Hey, Gwenda, I sent you this information about this challenge group I'm doing, and I'm so excited about it. I'm just wondering if you got a chance to look at the information. And then she's like, oh my gosh, Amy, thank you so much for following up. You have no idea how much that means to me, because life's been so busy. I get those messages all the time. I followed up with people for 2 years until they finally, not that I recommend doing that all the time, until they finally jumped on board, and they're some of my most successful clients right now. So you just never know. And like I said, like, it's a party. Imagine throwing a party, not inviting people, and expecting them just to see you putting it out there and invite themselves. That would be rude. No one's going to do that. This is the same way. Our challenge groups and what we run, we invite to it like it's a party, because it is. Like, this is life-changing. It's not up to us. It's not our job to decide if someone needs this or not. It's their job. It's our job to present it to them. And when you think it like that, it totally changes your perspective. And then the third aspect, we get people results in our challenge groups, and you get results. It is part of your job. It's part of your job to work out and get results and try different programs and see what you like better. And then the last thing is probably one of the most powerful, and it's doing personal development. I will be the first to say, yes, you got Rachel right there. I'll be the first to say that when I first started, I thought that I didn't need this, because I felt like life had developed me enough already. And I was so wrong. I really was. I've learned so much about myself and about my weaknesses and my strengths, in developing those in the last 3 years since reading personal development books. I usually listen to them on Audible, and that's what we do. We become better leaders. We become better people, so that we can give more to our clients and our families and be the best version of ourselves. Okay, so how we actually help people and earn money. Our goal is to help a minimum of 3 people every month. For a business, that is very low. Like, if you have a brick and mortar business and you're only getting 3 new clients every month, that's incredibly low. And so a lot of people get freaked out by this. It is not a requirement, but it is a goal, because usually, depending on what someone's ordering, you are going to get between $50 to $150 per person. You're spending $100 on Shakeology, because you're going to be consistent with that. And so for you to make a profit, usually the goal is to help between 3 to 5 people. I will tell you right now, though, your mission and your mindset is to help as many people as possible every single month. And that's how we do things on our team. That is our approach. And we have certain tips and tricks when you join our team that we will share with you to help you be very successful in that. Since I started 3 years ago, I have never had less than 4 people in a month, 4 new people in a month. And that was 1 month, but usually I average between 10 to 15 new customers every single month. And that's just the way that I run. And so I will share with you how I do all of that and why I've been successful in that as well. Challenge packs are usually what I recommend people get started with. It is what I refer to as the ultimate trifecta solution, because you're getting Beachbody On Demand for fitness, you're getting a nutrition program of some sort for your nutrition, and you're getting Shakeology, which is a very powerful supplement. And it is bundled together at a significant savings, which is why it's always the best rate to go for your clients to get started. Because if they do not have one of those elements, you cannot guarantee that they're going to be successful, because each of the 3 components is important for people to get results. And that's our goal. Remember, that's part of our job description. Like I mentioned, we have challenge groups. Part of earning money in this business is starting to build a team. And what that means is as you start learning about the business and you start learning about the potential, you don't keep that to yourself. You share. If you join our team, I do these webinars frequently now. And so you just invite your friends until you're comfortable doing something like this to the webinars that I do for our collective team. And you say, hey, let's learn about this together. This would be so fun to do together. Think of your 5 best friends and who you would love to go on luxury vacations with every year, and say, hey, I still have so much to learn about this, but I think that it would be so fun to do this together. What do you think? And that's all you're doing. As you do that, your residual income grows, and it's almost like delegating business duties in a sense, because you end up making money off of their teams and their organizations that they build, and it continues to compound. I kind of covered already commission. Like, you earn obviously commission off of people's orders, and it's usually between 25 to 40% commission, which is pretty high. You can qualify for weekly and quarterly bonuses, and the residual income comes as you grow your team. And I mentioned before, it's really like the best of an entrepreneur world of having your own schedule and hours and freedom, and the corporate benefits. I know several entrepreneurs, all my family are entrepreneurs, who do not get the incredible corporate benefits that we get with Beachbody, such as the vacations and the bonuses and them handling all of our customer service and shipping and handling. We don't deal with any of that. We just coach people through how to use the stuff, and we get that benefit, and they deal with all of that, and they 1099 us. Like, it's so amazing. And you have, as a coach, unlimited earning potential. My brother is an incredible entrepreneur and owns a beautiful woodworking business, but I know that his earning potential is capped at his hours, how many hours he's able to put into his business. If he can't bust out furniture, then he can't make money. And it's like that for every entrepreneur, every single business owner. With this, because of our approach with challenge groups and how the business model works, your earning potential is unlimited. It is unlimited. My coach's coach and good friend is one of the top earners in the company, makes like between $800 and $1 million a year. And he took the last 3 years off. Like, the last time that he got 3 new clients in a month was, I think it went like a year before doing that. And it's because of the business model. Like, that is what, if you do this right, the way that I teach you, that is what you could potentially be setting yourself up for. How you get new clients to join your team. We have really amazing tools for this. You get leads through Beachbody, through the infomercials. Social media obviously is huge. We have a customized link tool, and we have a system called Share a Cart, where we build our clients' carts and recommendations based on their goals, and we send it to them, and it's a very simple way to get them started and make sure that you are listed as their coach, and you let your joy and results be contagious. And that enthusiasm and excitement has been true for me since the beginning, and it's really served me well. So if you get excited about what you're doing, people are going to want to know. And lastly, I want you to give yourself permission to dream big. And I know that sounds like probably super corny and Pinteresty, but it's true. Like, as adults, we don't do this very often. It's not very common. And there's no reason, if other people can be successful at this, if I can be successful at this, we've nothing special. And every single top coach in this industry will tell you that. It's your belief. Why not you? Like, why not you? Ask yourself, will your current plan, your current career, your current path get you to those 1 and 5 year goals that you has set out? If not, it's time to change something. And remember that the people who change the world are the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can. That's you. You are in good company. So if you're like, I want to do this, what do I do next? Contact your coach who invited you to this webinar to get registered with the best option for a challenge pack. If you currently are not a customer, this is going to be the best way to go. Because again, going back to being a product of the product and leading by example, you need all those things. I have a training on how to sign up your first 3 people. It makes it very easy, 3 steps. Make your list of 10 in play. Write down a list of 10 people that you can reach out to. This should be your closest people. your spouse, your siblings, your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, uncles, cousins, best friends, coworkers, people who already trust you. And then the last piece is to share it with the world. Do a post on social media. But this is my tip for you. Do not say I am a Beachbody coach. And I'll tell you why. People think they know what that means, and they don't. And so a lot of them will write you off and not want anything to do what you're doing because of the name. So create curiosity. Hey, I just started this thing. I'm really excited about this 30-day challenge. It's focused on, nutrition, fitness, and boosting confidence in women. I am excited to go through it myself, and I'd love for some of my friends to do this with me. It'd be so fun to get in shape together. Who's in? People, you never said Shakeology or Beachbody, but it's going to create attention and curiosity, and people are going to say, hey, I'd love information about this. And that's where you can ask your coach, like, how do I respond to these messages? You ask them questions. Okay, awesome. It'd be so fun. What are you hoping to achieve during this time? And then we build a share cart and recommendation based on that. Okay, my best tips for success. This is a do, then learn business. People who think they have to learn everything first are not successful. You let it be messy and you take action first. Help your first 3 people in the first few days. That will open up your ability to earn weekly bonuses. It's going to help your confidence. It's going to help your credibility because you're going to get a shout out on social media from your coach. Lead with enthusiasm and excitement. Stay focused on your goals. Be teachable. Show up every day and be consistent. Be resourceful. When you don't know something, go to Google, go to YouTube, go to the FAQs in our Coach Online office. And of course, ask your team if you can't find the answer. If you're scared of something, life is too short and can end at any second. So face your fears head on. You have nothing to lose. And I promise you that growth and excitement and maturity comes on the other side of those fears. So just go towards them. If it scares you, do it. That's been a rule of mine this last year, and it served me really well. And have fun with this. It really is an amazing, fun business that we get to be a part of. And it's so rewarding to be able to change people's lives for a living, to be honest. Okay, any questions? Let me minimize this really quick. Amy, do you have any questions? Okay, what is your question? You can unmute yourself if you want to, or you can type it. Okay, typing. Okay, gotcha. While she's typing. Thank you guys for watching the recording, those of you who are on here. If you catch this randomly on YouTube, please reach out to me. I'd love to answer any questions that you have. My email is thehealthpatriot@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram. My handle is health_patriot. I'm also on Facebook. And you can find all of that contact information below. Amy, I hope you're still typing. Amy? Oh, there it is. Okay, so Amy's question was about being involved with other direct sales companies. There previously was a rule that you could not be involved in any other network marketing or direct sales companies and be a Beachbody coach. That actually has recently changed, and you can. It is acceptable, except if you become a diamond coach rank, then they do not allow you to promote both companies. And the reason is because a ton of Beachbody coaches in the company really got screwed over by this happening, and they ended up using their list of customers with Beachbody to recruit for their other business. And it's just not cool when you do that, to be honest. So it is totally acceptable. And then if you grow your business quickly and you hit diamond, then you can make a choice at that point of what you would rather do. But like I said, I have a distributor's account with a company called Sunrider that we get our teas from, and I have a doTERRA membership. And so, yeah, that's not a problem. Yay. Okay. Thank you for being on. Again, you know how to reach me if you have any questions, and I hope this was helpful. Okay, bye.